everyone, and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist, and let's just continue where we left off. Alright, so... what are we going to do today? Oh wow, it really is warm, isn't it? Could speak to Cal. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I'm just gonna check if Anemone had anything. Nope. Okay. Hello, Cal. Cal is doing some stretches in an open area of the garden. One of my mom's boyfriends is teaching me yoga, he says, looking at you from upside down. I can already do child pose and downward dog. He flops over and lies on his back. This one is my favorite, though. Still don't have 40 biology. Okay, well. Do we get biology from doing this? No, just toughness, okay. So let's do life sciences. Yeah. You and your classmates recreate the famous accident that led to the development of penicillin when Dr. Alexander Fleming accidentally contaminated his petri dishes and the mold inhibited bacterial growth. It's a gross experiment, but it's pretty cool to see that fungus and mold were just as important on Earth as they were here. It's wild to think about all the uses for vertumnant fungus you haven't discovered yet. Yeah? Nature is amazing. Awesome. Very nice. What do we have in biology right now? 32. We're almost there. Very good. Might do another biology, or sorry, life sciences. Honestly. But first we check if anyone wants to talk. No? Okay. Then we go and do another life sciences. This week in biology class, you're learning about predators and prey. Professor Hal brings up a picture of a Hawkeye on the holoprojector and asks, who can tell me what special thing Hawkeyes do when they see a predator? Tang's hand shoots up. They hop away very quickly. That's why we call it a Hawkeye. Hal nods. That's true, but not what I was getting at. Tang stammers and looks upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. Hal scans the class again. Anyone else? Solane? Do they thump their feet? You go with your gut and make a guess based on what you know about the behavior of communal animals. That's right, he smiles. Solane sounds like he might have met one before. Tang gives you an appraising look. Maybe she didn't expect this from you. Awesome. There we go. Awesome. Just 4 away. New perk? Native botany. Unlock xenobotany research in geoponics. Ooh, cool. So early wet, so this is the month of Morris's birthday then. Hi, Dad. He looked a bit sad. Hey Sprout, your dad greets you. How are your classes going? I know it's hard to sit in a classroom while there's so much to explore, but everything in life is gonna get easier for you if you take the time now to learn about a lot of things. He laughs. Who knows, maybe you'll be running this place one day. Don't know about that. Yeah, I don't have that, only 11. Which one was it that taught me about animals? Was it something here? Ah, yes. Interesting. But we are going to get to 40 in biology. You learn about Vertumnan geology by comparing various rock samples from Earth to ones from Vertumna, placing them on the Mohs hardness scale. The Earth samples are so weird and gray compared to the pink, purples, yellows, and teals collected by the surveyors. Earth must have been a dull place. Not really. There we go. Awesome. Finally, we're at 40. What's our reasoning? 16. Okay. So, we're gonna need to rest soon, but I do want to get one more thing in, and that is going to be self-defense. Or whatever it was called. The defense class. Defense training, that's what it's called. Yeah, let's do that. You and Anemone are watching the soldiers train. Her brother, Calm, is in the training dojo trying out a stun glove. He leaps back slightly as electricity crackles from his fingertips, then straightens up and splays his fingers experimentally towards a target dummy. A streak of lightning arcs out from his hand, charging a light bulb above the target to show a successful hit. Anemone whistles. Wow, she says. That looks really dangerous. You agree, dangerous and awesome. But I think it only stuns things, she continues, because it's called a stun glove. Otherwise they would call it a kill glove, I guess. I want to have a stun glove too, she says, copying her brother's motion of splaying her fingers forward like she's casting a magic spell. But my mom, she doesn't like fighting. She doesn't want me to be a soldier. Why not? I don't know, she pouts. Is it because I'm too young? I mean, that is probably one of the reasons, at least. Calm was training with Red when he was my age, but my mom, I don't think she likes that. I think 'cause I'm her only daughter, she was hoping I'd be more like Tammy, always helping in the creche. She shudders. I want to be no one's mom. You don't have to be. I mean, that's up to you. You sit and watch Calm light up one target after another with the stun glove, his motions gaining confidence as he learns this new tool. There we go. A bit more animal knowledge. Not much, but at least it's something. Okay. We should probably go and check out that store, even though I don't think that there's going to be anything of interest. Hello, I'll take you. Also a good reason for walking around the place. visit the supply depot? Okay. Oh, +5 animals. Interesting. That is interesting. Let's buy that. Let's go and rest. Our stress is pretty high right now. Actually, let's go and relax on the wall. That was here, right? Yes. Relax on the wall. Get some friendship with Diz. After the first attack on the colony, they added lookout towers to the walls. Now you have a place to hang out if you don't feel like working, and because it's all the way up here, no adults are going to come ask you to run any errands for them. On rainy days, you take shelter under the pavilions and listen to the pitter-patter of warm raindrops on the grass roof. You can do whatever you want. This is the life. It's nice to help keep watch. Sometimes you offer to fill in on lookout duty so someone can go grab a meal. Maybe someday you'll be allowed to work full shifts as a lookout yourself, but you find out it's not as relaxing as you'd think.
Oh, hey Solane.
Diz pops his head up a nearby ladder and looks surprised to see someone else here.
Do you mind if I sit here too?
Heck yeah, come sit beside me.
The two of you dangle your feet off the side and watch the valley below. Diz shuffles a little uncomfortably and doesn't say much. You wonder if this was his private spot to be alone before you discovered it. Well, I'm probably not going to use it, all that often. I'm not going to remove any of those. There are ones that I wouldn't mind removing, but that's not one of them, and definitely not that one. Yes. There's a commotion in the square. An expedition's vehicle has driven through the gates and is idling in the middle of the square, an unusual sight. People come down from command to investigate. Utopia gets out of the vehicle and trudges over to Utica. After a brief conversation, you see Utica gesture for people to unload the vehicle and clear the area. You stay out of the way to see what they're unloading. It's a body. Oh no. Chief Surveyor Tonan's body. Someone quickly covers him with a sheet, but not before the image of his torn open body is seared into your memory. However he died, it was violent and bloody. You feel your stomach cramp with nausea. Yeah.
What happened?
Diz asks, coming over to crouch around the corner with you. You share that Uncle Tonan is dead, and he stares at the sheet-covered body intensely as if he could see through it.
Did they say how? They never tell us the truth anyway.
Nobody will tell the kids what really happened. Did something eat him? Did he get lost or fall off a cliff? Do they even know? Diz nods, frowning.
They don't want us to know about the monsters and other worse stuff. They want us to think everything is fine, but it's not. This planet isn't as nice as they say it is.
He shakes his head.
They hate that they can't control us.
You and Diz watch the adults carry Uncle Tonan's body away. From the way he's practically vibrating, you can tell Diz wants to ask more questions about what happened. After a few awkward minutes, he sneaks away without saying anything, probably to try to take a look at the body. At least Tammy isn't around to see this, you think. At least they're together now, wherever people go when they die. You watch Utopia bend over to get a hug from Uticute, wiping her eyes as she finally cries. Uticute has never been the most comforting presence in your life, but it seems to help. Utopia will probably be the next chief surveyor. At 24, she'll be the youngest council member. She was only a toddler when the stratosphere left Earth. Apparently, her sharp eye and hoverbike flying skills are the best in expeditions. Well, that was a downer, for sure. Definitely sad to have lost him. Not that I ever spoke to him really, but still. It's a sad day. Huh. I don't see Cal anywhere. Well, what do we want to work on? Let's do some more defense, I think. You drill on emergency protocols and how to shelter in place in addition to the regular fitness courses. Glow has everyone on edge, waiting for the inevitable attack. Had to push through, but that's not too bad. It's been a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner, adults worrying that an attack is still coming, and others who think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then, just as glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the suns almost rise past the horizon again, the sirens start. You're reading a holonovel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your holopalm. Shelter in the creche. This is not a drill. Wait. You get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Anne to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry. We're way more prepared than we were last year. Love you. Stay safe. You could go to the creche where you belong, or you could follow the security guards and see what's happening at the gate. I feel like that might be dangerous. But I mean, what have we been training our bravery for if we don't do it? Sure. Head for the gates. You sneak out of the living quarters and head towards the gate. You're immediately spotted by Security Chief Rhett, who stops what he's doing to yell at you and gesture angrily. What the hell are you doing out here? This is no place for kids. Get your ass back inside. We don't have that much in combat. So... yeah, I mean, we got the card. Technically what I wanted. Let's head to the creche. When you get there, you spot Tangent and Diz huddled together on the beanbag chairs. Diz is stone-faced as usual, and he's holding Tangent in his arms. You can't remember the last time you saw them this close. Tang must be really scared. You take a seat on a beanbag chair and wait. Other children filter into the room after you. Anemone, her little brothers, Nougat. You don't see him, so Cal must be sheltering with your parents in the greenhouses. You hope they're okay. Yeah, I definitely hope so. Talk to Dis and Tang.
It's so dumb they won't let us outside.
Dis grumbles.
We live here too. We deserve to know what's going on. They're treating us like little kids. I'm not even scared.
You search his face for signs he's lying to sound cool, but his bad mood is sincere. Tangent smacks his arm.
Don't be ridiculous, she snaps. There's dangerous animals out there.
Dis just shrugs. Nothing scares him. You don't hear much from outside. After a while, the sirens sound all clear and you all file back to your quarters. Your mom and dad join you right away and give you a big hug and thank you for following their instructions. Well, somewhat. When things have calmed down, you overhear your parents talking. I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defensive improvements were exactly what we needed, your mom grumbles. He's going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Your dad pats her hand. Credit where credit's due, Flulubelle, he says, and she smiles despite herself. It could have been worse. Your mom nods, and they both sit in silence before your dad speaks again. Poor Hal, he says. What a way to go. Professor Hal? Your parents startle. Hey, Pumpkinhead, your dad says. Yeah, they're going to announce it in a few hours, after everyone's had a chance to calm down. He didn't make it. What happened? Don't worry about that, your mom replies, shooting your dad a look to keep him from talking. It's adult stuff, okay? You guys won't be able to go into the engineering wing for a little bit. Not until it's decontaminated. Okay. You curl up quietly to think. Professor Hal can't just die. He can't just be gone. He's your teacher. And the engineering wing is where you take classes. You can't imagine something bad happening in such a safe place. You fall asleep thinking for sure there's been some mistake. Yeah, I doubt that that's the case. Alright, we are now 12. Okay, so we can talk to Tangent. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Tangent, but we're gonna talk to Cal first. Cal is sitting on the garden fence, his feet tucked into the slats, tapping away at his hollow screen.
School's way more interesting when you can actually see how it matters,
He says.
Your mom says I can do more important stuff on the farm if I learn about crop rotation and stuff.
He frowns at his hollow screen.
There's more math than I thought there'd be.
Want to hear a fun nature fact?
You tell him about the time Tang brought a skunk bug for show and tell in biology, and it got scared and made the worst, most smelliest, grossest thing you had ever smelled. And everyone thought Tang had farted. Then Professor Hal had to clear out the whole room, and it took weeks to get the smell out of the beanbags, and it was so gross. But also kind of neat, how such a tiny bug can make a whole room of kids run away. Cal laughs.
I remember that, Solane. Except the way I heard it, it wasn't Tang, it was you.
Of course it wasn't. It wasn't me. I swear, it was her.
She loves bugs, so of course it was her. Tangent is storming around the quad in front of engineering and checking notes on her holopalm, gesturing and grunting in frustration.
This is the worst.
What's the matter?
I can't possibly,
She says, her voice cracking. She seems too upset to even explain it.
Professor Hal.
She tries again.
Hal, he was helping me with this physics chapter, and now he's...
She throws her hands in the air, virtual holopalm screens flying everywhere.
I can't understand this without him. This is impossible, she chokes out. Why did he have to die?
Yeah, let's give Tang a hug. She stiffens, then lets you hold her. You can feel her shaking. You think she might be crying, but when she finally pulls away, her eyes are dry.
Thank you, Solane, she says. I know you're having a hard time with this as well. Nothing is easy on Vertumna, when even the adults can't protect themselves. It's obvious we're on our own out here.
Darn it. Well, good luck. Tang nods, going back to her notes.
Thank you,
she mumbles. Okay, so we can't go in there. I guess we'll work on our combat skills? I guess we could also go with... that just gives toughness. Don't really care about that. This gives organizing and perception. Yeah, sure. We can do that. You show up to the delivery depot bright and early as most of the colony is still yawning and pawing around for their morning cup of blep tea. Zeke is there with a large stack of thin white rectangles. Is that paper?
But we have holopalms. Why use paper?
You thought paper was extinct, or obsolete, or whatever. The only time you've even really used paper was in the creche during craft time. Zeke pushes the bridge of their glasses up. Actually, they tell you, we'll be using a lot more paper now that we have access to such rich sources of cellulose fibers. Trees, that is. Governor Uticate is quite sentimental for the feel of ink on paper. I myself have traded in my holopalm stylus for a pen. Okay. You're to deliver a stack of these reports to every council member in the colony. Zeke asks you not to read them, but says it's just boring adult stuff you wouldn't understand anyway. You clutch the papers to your chest and nod. First stop is engineering. You mean the place I'm not allowed to go to? Paper? Dr. Instance is exasperated. The governor is sending messages by paper now? Is this a joke? Tell me this is a joke. You shuffle your feet nervously. Zeke seemed serious to you. She skims the first page, muttering to herself. And there's sensitive information in here. Of all the superfluous, technophobic, sentimental foolishness. You back quietly away. Next stop, the cafeteria. Antecedent takes the notices carefully with both hands. Paper! What a strange idea. And oh look, Governor Uticate has even signed it. What marvelous handwriting she has. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with this once I'm finished reading it, she thinks out loud. Throw it in a disassembler? It seems far too precious for that. Will I need to get a filing cabinet in here, I wonder? I suppose I can recycle it for craft time? Next up is the expeditions office. Heya, Solane! Utopia greets you outside, holding a heavy crate filled with something alive struggling to get out. Just leave the notices on that bench there, okay? I'll bring them inside in a minute. Paper memos, eh? She chuckles. Is Uticate really that old? What's next? Toilet paper? The moment you put the documents down, a gust of wind picks them back up and they fly everywhere. You snatch for them, but accidentally drop the rest of the stack you're holding. Scramble to pick them all up. You shove the papers back together haphazardly, embarrassed at your clumsiness.
Oh, we can't do that.
That's too bad. Oh, another one of those. Cool. Refrain from sneaking any peeks I'm not allowed to, or able to. You dutifully deliver the remaining reports to Chief Rhett and your mom, who both seemed confused they weren't sent via the HoloNet. You're a good boy and a good delivery person. You feel proud and important for delivering all the messages just like you were told. Yeah, let's do that. You've been having weird dreams as usual. They seem to get worse around glow. You wake from a dream that has tears drying on your face, though you can't remember why. Just that you were terrified. Whatever it was, it felt real enough that for a moment you just lie in bed with your eyes closed and try to calm your breathing. You blearily rub your eyes and... Surprise! Oh, it's your birthday. Your dad leaps onto your bed and gives you a big cuddle. Happy birthday, little tomato head. 12 years old. Wow, can you believe it? No, your mom answers for you, laughing as she hands you your presents. It was just yesterday Antecedent was showing me how to change your diaper. Because it's your birthday, your parents have brought in food from the canteen so you can all eat together on your bed. As you stuff your face with savory tofu chunks, you open your presents. Which one is your favorite? I'm not sure what that is. Photophoner? Photophoner? I mean, that sounds cute. Although it could just be one of those hop eyes. Let's go for that one. Find out what it is. Okay. A photophoner? This instrument is part flute and part paintbrush? What? And uses a neural link to paint holograms in the air as you play. How did Cal know? What a great gift. You can't wait to practice it in the lounge. Everyone's gonna love it. Yeah, right. Okay. As your dad clears away the wrapping paper and the dishes from breakfast, your mom folds her hands on the table and gives you a serious look. Uh-oh. So, she says, we've been here for 2 years now. I know your dad and I have always said you're in charge of your schedule, but we've been keeping an eye on you. Okay. A loving eye? Your dad interjects, stuffing wrapping paper into the recycler pickup bin. A trusting, gentle eye. Professor Hal used to tell us all the time about how hard you're trying in school, your mom continues. That's great. Your dad and I are really proud of you. Working might seem fun and grown up when you're a kid, but if you want to do more than manual labor, you'll need some book smarts too. Your dad joins you again. So, it's time to start thinking about how you're going to contribute to the colony when you're older. At the look on your face, he laughs. Don't worry, we're not going to make you get a job right now. We're just asking, what do you want to be when you grow up? I feel like that one would make them worry. Yeah, let's go for a monster hunter. Your mom laughs. You've been playing too many holo games, Solane, she says. Hunting monsters? I hope it doesn't come to that here. She rubs her legs under the table where the prosthetic attaches to her bone. Just remember, being a hero isn't all it's cracked up to be. Well, your mom starts to get up. I'm sure your friends all want to wish you a happy birthday. She stops and snaps her fingers. Oh, you might not have considered a career as a depot clerk, but Al and Bernie mentioned their daughter Mars is working there, and she needs some help. Now that people can freely order luxuries, it's pretty busy there. Sure beats shoveling dirt, your dad laughs. If you don't take that job, you tell Mars I'll be right there. Your mom rolls her eyes and smiles. Well, this is where I will end this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!